So far, this program has given me, most definitely, the highest feeling of academic freedom I could possibly imagine having.
Graduate studies. Unique, challenging, collaborative.
It's a project that I've been thinking about for quite some time. And finally I had the opportunity now with this new interdisciplinary program that Graduate Studies has just started. We will be working on a research that focuses on the impact that English as a foreign language, and particularly the lingua franca of business, so the language that business people use around the world, has on the knowledge transfer in international business communications. I managed to involve the Faculty of Education, the Faculty of Arts, and the Faculty of Business Administration. I knew I was asking something unusual, because people from different departments often speak different languages. They were willing to negotiate their position and their approach to their own discipline in order to achieve my dream research. For me, it was an incredible, I felt it as an incredible gift, personally.
I came here as a med student and went to a small community on the southwest coast, not accessible by road, only by ferry or by helicopter. Called Lapoille, and we went to Lapoille as a medical student, and I noticed that everyone there was very concerned about their isolation, and so much so it was impacting their health, because they were worried about any health risks. If they had the smallest pain at all, they were worried it was a heart attack, and if you have a heart attack in Lapoille, it's hard to get out, and you may not, and that might be their last pain ever. I suggested that they train people as first aiders in Lapoille. Just find a couple people, give them the training, and give them equipment, including first aid kits and automatic defibrillators, which would be kept in a medical clinic. And then I came back as a resident, and we got a phone call one day that the first aiders in Lapoille had been called out to a lady's house who had collapsed and was unresponsive. And so as a resident here, I asked for a chopper to be called, because there was a chopper down the coast doing a clinic, and they came and picked me and a nurse up, and we went down to the house where the lady had collapsed and was still unconscious, and the first aider was there doing their thing, and we stabilized her in our own home and packaged her in a stretcher, and we managed to get her back to the helicopter and flew her back to here to Port aux Basques, and she did well actually, and she stayed in hospital for a little bit, had some investigations, and she's been doing fine ever since. And so that was one of the episodes that made me convinced that this is where I wanted to practice.
I'd heard through the grapevine that the announcement was in, who was going to get the fellowships and whatnot. So I got a phone call from my supervisor, and he basically asked me to sit down. And my immediate gut reaction was, oh no! I was really, really hopeful. And then he said, you not only got the SSHRC, you got the CGS. And then there was dead silence for what seemed like forever, but it was probably only about 3 or 4 seconds. And then he said, you're really quiet. And I said, it's because I'm crying. And I had burst into tears. It's enough to tide me over for a few years, and hopefully I can concentrate on my research instead of having to concentrate on paying my bills. So it's a huge, huge relief. There's so much good stuff coming out of our department, and it's so inspiring to be a part of that group, and to know that one day when I walk across that stage, I'll be a graduate.
Memorial University Graduate Studies. Challenge your mind.